I'm going to talk about my project Sudoku Solver. Sudoku is a 9 by 9 number puzzle, which each row, each column, and each 3 by 3 box must contain the numbers from 1 to 9 without repeating. In this project, I have automated the process of solving Sudo using program solving. I have used object-oriented programming concepts, which makes the code modular, reusable, and easier to understand. Next slide. In objective, we talk about to design and implement a supersolve using OOPS principles to understand the use of class, objects, and encapsulation in solving real-world problems. Another is to improve logical thinking and analytical skills through logical programming solving, and also to create a reusable and efficient program structure that can handle different Sudoku problems in.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vikas. Today, I am talking about a system overview, how the Sudoku solver works. The section explain how the Sudoku solver program works step by step. Input: the program takes 9 by 9 Sudoku grid that is partially filled, meaning some numbers are given and other are empty, unsolved cells. Process: it uses a method called the backtracking algorithm. The program tries to fill empty cell one by one. For each empty cell, it checks if placing a certain number 1 to 9 is valid by checking the row, the column, and the 3 by 3 subgrid. If the number fits, it moves to the next cell. It does not fit anywhere. The backtrack goes back and change the previous numbers to try other combination. This continues until the whole Sudoku is correctly filled. Output: once solved, the completed Sudoku grid is displayed on the console. Next slide. The next slide is object-oriented program concept. This part explains how the program uses OOP principle to make the code structured and efficient. Class and object. The Sudoku logic is written inside a class called Sudoku solver. Each Sudoku puzzle is treated as an object of the class. This helps organize the data and functions together. Encapsulation. The grid and its related methods are encapsulated inside the class. This hides internal data from outside interface and prevents accidental changes. Abstraction. The main program only uses simple method like solve function without worrying about how they work internally. The complex solving logic stays hidden inside the class. This makes the program easier to use. Modularity. The program divides the logic into separate methods for solving, checking validity, printing, etc. This improves readability and allow part of the program to be reused in other projects. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to explain the code for the Sudoku puzzle solver. This is the main class of the Sudoku puzzle solver. Public class Sudoku solver means it declares a public class named Sudoku solver. Next, a private static final int n is equal to 9 means it defines a constant 9 into 9 Sudoku puzzle solver. Private int grid means it creates a 2D array Sudoku puzzle. Next, public Sudoku solver int array of a board means it constructs that assigns the input board to the class variable grid. Next, this grid dot board Next, public Boolean solve means it's a method to solve a Sudoku it returns the true if solved else false. Next, for int r is equal to 0, r is less than n and r plus plus, and for int c is equal to 0, c is less than n and c plus plus loops through each row r and column c of the grid. If grid r and c is equal to 0, then finds an empty cell to fill it. For int number is equal to 1, number is less than or equal to 9, or number plus plus, it will tries to increase the number 1 to 9 in empty cell. If is safe r comma c comma number, it checks if placing the number follows the Sudoku rules. Grid r and c is equal to number, and if solve return true, grid r and c is equal to 0. Place the number, commas, calls solve and recursively and backtracks if it is. Next, return false. If number fits, backtrack to the previous step, else return true. Returns true when the cell are correctly filled. Next, this is the output of the program. Here we enter the 9 rows containing the 9 numbers. Next, the initial puzzle contains the some numbers and some gaps. Next, this is the solved puzzle.
Good evening, everyone. Topic Sudoku puzzle solving. I am explain conclusion. Successfully implemented a Sudoku solver using a OOPS principles. That means the project creating a working Sudoku solving program by applying a object-oriented program concepts. And a second one demonstrate a use of a classes objects encapsulation and recursion. The class and object means to organize the code, and encapsulation means to protect and manage the data properly, and recursion means to repeatedly check a possible solution to solve the puzzle. And the third one is the solution is modular, reusable and easy to extend. That means the code is divided into a part of modules and can to return result and easy modified our other bigger puzzles. And fourth one is shows how hoop helps in a structured and a efficient program. That means the project provides the object oriented program makes a programs more organized, easy to maintaining the efficiency of the solving problems. Thank you.